What is up, everybody? I am GetFlanked. Today I have a guide for the Data Reconstruction Part 3 contract in Marathon. This was the most challenging contract that I've encountered in my Marathon journey so far, and there's a couple reasons for that. Number one is that there's 3 steps to this, with the last one being exfil, and if you do not successfully exfil after completing the first 2 steps of this contract, your progress resets. Nothing is saved, so you have to start all over again in the next run. Number 2 is that the places they send you to, which is either North or South Relay and the Hauler, are really high traffic areas with a lot of good loot. You're very likely to see a high concentration of AI and players, especially in Hauler, and it makes it very challenging to get in, do what you need to do, and get out alive. But have no fear, I was able to knock this contract out on stream the other day, and I've got some really good tips for this that are going to make it a lot easier for you, things that I learned in doing it the hard way, and I'm going to pass those on and tell you exactly what you need to do in this guide. Now, real quick, before we get into the guide, if you enjoy this, if you find it helpful, please make sure you like and subscribe. It's greatly appreciated. It helps the channel out a ton. Also, make sure you drop me a follow over on Twitch. There's a good chance I'm over there streaming Marathon right now. I've got a really cool community, so say hello in the chat, and I'll see you in the next stream. All right, getting into the guide, the first thing I'll say as far as the loadout is it's up to you whether you do a really nice loadout with a lot of gear or a sponsored loadout, and there's pros and cons to each. You are very likely to die doing this contract. You're going to very high traffic areas, especially in Hauler. So I kind of like the idea of just spamming sponsored kits, and knowing that if things don't go your way, you may very well die, but it's not a big deal if you die. With that said, if you do bring a nice kit, you're more likely to survive. So it's whatever you decide to do. If you're doing this solo, I might recommend sponsored kit. That way you're not risking too much. If you're doing it with a squad, go ahead and bring some nice gear, and you might have enough to fight your way through Hauler, even if things don't go your way. When it comes to the shell, though, I do recommend playing the assassin, especially if you are going solo. The ability to go invisible is going to be really clutch in both the North and South Relay, as well as in Hauler. You're going to see that it saves my life. And also being able to smoke out the exfil as you're trying to get out is clutch as well. I mean, they're useful in any contract, but especially for this one where your progress resets, I think the assassin is a big recommendation if you're attempting this solo. Okay, as far as what you actually need to do, the first step can be done in either North or South Relay. So when you spawn in, see which one you're closer to, ping it, head that direction. The 2 places that you need to hack are going to be on the outside of the buildings, and you're seeing them on the screen right now. They're these kind of tall column looking shapes, and they're different colors depending on which ones you go to. Some are orange, some are blue, some are green, but they're all this shape, and they're basically on opposite sides of the building clusters in the North or South Relay places of interest. So you can find them in both. They are on the outside. If you find one, the other one's pretty much on the other side of the group of buildings. Okay, once you have that done, it's time to head over to Hauler, and my recommendation is that you get there as fast as possible. It seems like as the run goes on later and later, there's more and more powerful AI that goes to Hauler. There's reinforcements that come in, so if you can get there earlier, it's a little less crowded. The inside of Hauler can feel a bit maze-like and very hectic due to the AI that's in there. So I'm going to show you the most direct route I found, which is approaching it from the south. You just go into this double door, through the next door, make a sharp left, and then that door right there, you see the stairs go up, and the objective is right there. That is the quickest, most direct route I found to the objective, but you have to be entering it from the south. The time that I actually completed this contract that you're seeing now, I approached from the north. Once you do the download in the upstairs of Hauler, it's time to exfil. Be as careful as possible, go as slow as you need to, do not get in a rush, take every precaution you possibly can to ensure that you exfil, or you have to start all over again. Okay, that's going to do it for the guide. If you find yourself struggling in Hauler to get upstairs, try approaching it from the south. Even if you don't spawn on that side, it's probably worth it to get that direct route that I showed you. I'm going to leave you here with the stream where I actually ended up completing this, so you can kind of see how intense it was in Hauler. I'll let the last few minutes of it play. Enjoy that. I hope that if you found this useful, if you did, please make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Dropping that, picking that up. There's so much good loot in here. Okay. We don't need the loot. We need to get out of here.
20 minutes remain.
Holy shnikes. Okay. Holy. Did you see how many people were in there? Okay, now there's a player. So we love that. The good news is that he... Can I get out? All right. That's not the right way. I think I'm gonna do it. What just happened? What just happened?